You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for introverts to get more confidence, more importantly, more self-worth, and of course, get more fit. Women are a side benefit. More importantly, I turn nice guys into bad motherfuckers. Let's get into the content, you fucking legend. Sponsored by Brain FM. Real binaural beats that has sleep tracks, meditation tracks, recharge tracks, relaxation tracks, focus tracks, which, by the way, those focus tracks are really fucking good. Man, do I focus when I am writing my blogs, you guys. Okay, let's get into the content. I fucking love it. If you'd sign up right now. I want to tell you guys a quick story. I was actually reading the book Money Grows on Trees by Jeremy Newsom, and I gotta tell you guys something, because I know a lot of people out there like kind of hearing that compassionate Adam. Honestly, I don't know where that came from. Don't even ask. Guys, I was reading his book and I really connected to his story. You know, Jeremy, if you're listening, I just have to say, dude, you have an inspiring story. Guys, everyone has a story, okay? Everyone has a story. And you should put your story out there. And look, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I wiped out a tear out of my non-savage eye, okay? My non-savage eye, right? And then I go back to being a fucking savage, and I crank out doing 50 burpees, being a fucking savage. All right. With that story out of the way, guys, understand that today's podcast is about the Dark Triad. Now, a couple reasons I really held back on publishing a podcast about this is because I've talked about it way too fucking much in my earlier podcasts. You can listen to Why Healthy Self-Entitlement is Attractive. You can listen to How to Man Up with James. You can also listen to Why Men Must Have a Dark Side with Mike from The Courageous Man. And I also talk about this in my episode Become a Bad Motherfucker with a Backbone. Okay, so, guys, I'm going to point out to you something that I really go very deep into in my hardcover book. I talk about this idea of basically knowing your power, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you guys another story, okay, on how I came out of character with basically a coworker. I came out of character, right? But guys, here's the interesting part. I didn't actually yell. I did not yell the way I did in my podcast. I was very, like, kind of calm, but it was like I had bottled, controlled anger, but I just said it in the right way to really push her buttons. And you guys, I'm going to tell you something. She honestly got highly affected by my words. Why do I tell you this story? I tell you this story to tell you guys, I'm going to give you a peek behind the curtains into my book as to why, guys, this is a dark book, okay? I'm sure right now the dude who I sent this to, John Anthony, if you're listening, shout out to you, man. Love that guy, John. He's a fucking legend. Okay, I'm sure John might be thinking, dude, this guy's twisted. I am twisted. Okay, I've admitted this already. So, before proceeding onward, understand, you guys, that is, I realized myself that I have got to watch my Machiavelli habits, okay? Because I have them, you guys. I'm going to tell you something. I'm impulsive. I'm impulsive with fitness, with getting fitness supplements, as you'll find out in my upcoming book too. And lastly, you guys, as you can already tell, slightly narcissistic. But let's talk about the Dark Triad now, okay? How did Adam find out about the Dark Triad? How did Adam find out about the Dark Triad? Guys, there is a conversation between David Buss and Jordan Peterson. And I want to tell you something, you guys. I'm going to tell you something. Okay? Understand this. I think that there was a very weird energy that basically, guys, look, I don't really give a fuck if you don't believe in ghosts. I just don't. Low agreeableness is a part of the Dark Triad, okay? So, understand, you guys, that if you don't agree with a lot of people on a lot of things, and you often want to argue your point because you just want to disagree with people all the time, you often want to fight with people, you often just want to be confrontational for no reason whatsoever. Dark Triad shit right there. That is Dark Triad shit. So, this podcast that I heard, that I have in my article called How to Become High Status in a World of False Status Signals. Okay? How to become a higher status in a world of false status signals. So, in this article, I have that podcast between David Buss and Jordan Peterson. And you guys, something very interesting that I remembered on that particular episode is there was this woman that didn't want David Buss to basically post that physical attractiveness, the empirical findings that he found that men value physical attractiveness in women. Guys, these are empirical findings, so those of you who really want fucking scientific evidence, I suggest you shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying right now, okay? So I know, guys, I get a lot of people fucking being skeptical about the Dark Triad. Listen to me, you guys, you fucking idiots that find this skepticism bullshit. The Dark Triad is very real, okay? Now, let's keep fucking going. And throw out your damn skepticism for a second. The Dark Triad is Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and narcissism. So, let me say that one more time. It is called Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. Do you hear me? Good. There's one more to that, okay? There is the sociopathy as well. Okay, don't become a fucking sociopath. Don't become a fucking sociopath. Don't do it. Just don't fucking do it. Because I'm going to tell you something, you guys. I'm going to tell you something. From experience, I have cut out my emotions a few times throughout this year of going through an intense breakup. And I'm going to tell you something. You guys. I felt that apathy from my own emotional side. And that was fucked up. So I don't suggest you... Alright, look, unless if you guys really want to really become highly apathetic towards your own feminine side, go for it. I don't suggest you do it, but try it if you want. Again, check in with your morals. I talked about this with Shane from Dating from Late Bloomers. So, with that said, you guys, again, the compassionate Adam is back. Yes, as you can tell, I still have my emotions surface up here and there. However, you guys, I want to add a big caveat. Here's what I suggest you to listen up for. Okay? How I found out about the Dark Triad is that podcast with David Buss and Jordan Peterson. And you guys, Jordan Peterson, I like the guy. I think he means well, but sometimes I think that he has this dark side. You guys, if you listen to his fascination with the dark topics himself, you can even hear Jordan Peterson's dark side. Okay? So, with that said, I want to keep fucking going here. Okay? I want to keep fucking going. Now, the big caveat going in is this, you guys. If you want to have the power of Machiavelli, here's what I suggest you to do. I suggest you to get my book, because that's really what I talk about. I talk about laws of power, all right? You're going to find out about that. I reference that book in my book. I also talk about why you have to have the certainty of a psychopath. I also basically talk about having a self-image of a narcissist. Okay? Guys, I want to be clear with you. Do not abuse your fucking power. Okay? I understand that most women have that side to them, but I just prefer, as the host of the Masculine Mindset show, I am way more attracted to feminine women. Okay? And if I notice one little inkling of masculine energy, I'm turned off immediately. Okay? I'm turned off immediately. I just don't like that. It just turns me off so much when I see masculine energy in women. Because I know that, guys, women are meant to be nurturers. Okay? I know that a lot of women out there, they hear this episode, they're going to be like, Adam, why are you hating on women that are masculine? I'm not hating on women that are masculine. I know that you have masculine energy if you women are listening. However, if you are in that energy too much from social conditioning, okay, understand that there comes a point in time where you have to learn to let go. Because that unwanted stress, women, if you're listening, that unwanted stress that you have, it's time that you start letting that go and learn to not be so anal about certain things. Because I know that, guys, I was with a highly masculine woman. She was Italian, okay? And it was the biggest turnoff ever. And honestly, that led to the biggest moment years ago when I broke it off with her and her own fucking mother threatened my family. So, let that set the tone for how fucking toxic that relationship was. But let's grow and improve and not put any sort of emphasis on that shit. So, let's keep living the fucking present. Right, Adam? Right. That's the ego coming in, you guys. The ego can be a hindrance. Okay? Listen to me, you guys. The ego often thinks about the past too much. Okay, I want to say that again. The ego often thinks of the past too much. So, again, I gave you a little peek behind the curtain on what happened. But either way, you guys, are going to tell you something. The dark triad is very real. It is very fucking real. So, those of you skeptics out there, drop your fucking skepticism and listen up. Because if you at all have noticed that women kind of want you to put them in their place because they find that sexy, like, ooh, I like the way you punish me, daddy, or shit like that. Guys, if you hear that comment from women, that's honestly a good thing because they like being put in their place. Women like being put in their place, okay? They won't admit that to you, but they like being put in their place. Now, let's keep fucking going. Guys, I want to tell you guys about the dark triad, okay? I'm way all over the place here, but understand this. Narcissism, psychopathy, Machiavellianism, okay? Now, I encourage you to be narcissistically unaffected by rejection. Okay, that right there, you guys, is you having a strong frame. Wait, what, Adam? Narcissism can get you to have a strong frame? Yes, you guys, it can. It fucking can. All right, but that is, you learn to basically, you take every single rejection from women that, oh, her filter's fucked up. I don't really care what she has to say about me. I'm going to remain narcissistically unaffected. Do you see how that can be a good thing? That is a good thing, you guys. That is a good thing. So, again, this is why I promote healthy narcissism. So, understand that your self-image of being a self-entitled narcissist is a good thing. Okay? So, proceeding forward, guys, this is where right here I want to give you a fucking warning. I want to give you a fucking warning because Machiavellianism this is something that I discovered in myself. And I realized that I have a lot more in me of Machiavelli than what I realize. Okay? I've done seduce and abandon. I've also hurt people with my own words, and I have to watch that, okay? And guys, I want to be clear with you about this. Power this should not be linked to misogynism. It just shouldn't, okay? Understand, you guys, that both men and women seek power just as equally, okay? So that doesn't put women down. So those of you women listening, I'm not putting you down at all. Okay, I want you to understand that if you have high ambitions, you're a passionate guy, you're a passionate woman, for example, that is Machiavelli, okay? However, there are two sides of the coin. If you heard my episode, again, why I don't like the founder of Speed Seduction, that guy is weird, you guys. I don't like Ross Jeffries. Again, enough on a tangent on that. But the Machiavellianism shit of certain PUA circles I can't stand, okay? It's just, I don't like it. It weirds me out. I don't like it. And not to mention, I'm going to tell you something. Learning and studying seduction can really come in through the back door, and the game can honestly, guys, learning game can be a huge good thing for a lot of men, okay? Huge good thing, but it can completely fuck up your mindset. Again, read my article, Why Learning Seduction Can Fuck Up Your Mindset, okay? Look, I'm not trying to scare you guys for learning the skill of seduction, but I want to tell you that is, understand that you've got to have healthy intentions, okay? You just have healthy intentions and be genuine. Okay, so, last part here, the certainty of a psychopath. The certainty of a psychopath. Guys, I want you to really listen to me here. Being certain in yourself is top priority, okay? Being certain in yourself is top priority. However, you guys, again, I'm going into greater detail about the Dark Triad. I have another book in the works called The Dark Triad in Relationships. However, I want to be clear about this. I want to be very, very, very fucking clear about this. Never become a sociopath. Because look, if you read my blog, you'll know about my article, How to Become Emotionally Unavailable, that how much I had a lack of empathy. I could not believe how much I became apathetic towards my own emotional side. And that right there is my caution to you, okay? You have the Dark Triad, but you also have the vulnerable Dark Triad too. You guys, I want you to understand something. The vulnerable Dark Triad is a different story. And that's something else that I touch upon, again, in my work. Guys, listen to me. If you want to get a strong frame, all right, I want you to get my book, 77 Ways to Develop a Masculine Mindset. With that said, you guys, here's the big point. Never abuse your fucking power, okay? I learned from experience that you never do that. However, there's a point in time where it can turn women on. And that's why, you guys, I say in my book, holding your frame is fucking hot to give women the best sex of their life. Holding your frame during sex is the hottest thing you can ever do. You guys, when you hold your frame in the bedroom and you're not so easily swayed by the way she moves her body and by the way she tries to get you to climax, instead you take control and you really fuck them good and you give them the best sex she's ever had. That right there, in my mind, is you using your dark side in a healthy way because you are giving women good sex. So, I appreciate you guys for listening. Understand this, you guys. Understand this. I gave you a preview to my book. It's not out yet, but I love you guys. See you next time. And again, remember that don't take your power too fucking far. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.
Have you been reading my articles? You know, I sent this article to my buddy Drake. Yes, the same guy who I helped, if you heard my earlier podcast, How to Seal a Deal with Women. And yes, you guys, I'm telling you through experience, I've done some, having fun and then run, if you get me. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to really say much. Listen up. Guys, listen. You know what? Marnie, I saw that YouTube video. I just have to say that you all should be watching the Wing Girl Method YouTube channel because she said something that I always say for all of you guys to do, that is to slow down your voice, okay? And then when you enter her space at the right time, she's going to get turned on. Enter her space, brother. Enter her space. And again, you guys, I'm telling you, you're going to want to do this. And then whisper into her ear. Just say this. I'm going to do unspeakable things to your body when I get you alone later tonight. Or you can say this really sexy comment. It's fucking hot, you guys. It's fucking hot. Here's what you say to her. You know, I don't really want to have sex tonight because I don't think you can sexually handle me. Get me, you guys? Understand that you are the prize and you have to enter her space and lean in when she's ready for it. Because in a way, you guys, you have to read her comfort. What do I mean by that? I mean, you guys, you have to calibrate to how comfortable women are, right? You want to know what? Marnie, if you're listening, all I have to say to you is this. It's your fault that I put out this outro today. Okay, guys, understand this. I love you, but understand that you have to slow down your voice. Always slow down your voice. I love you. Peace out. You fucking charming, handsome stud. Man, dude, you're fucking handsome. Peace out.